Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are for the highlights package of match number 17 of the 50th edition of the Serve Hub Presents Bukhatir League 2026, OTT partner being Smashi TV, where you can catch all the live action. It's the game between Wasal taking on Serve Hub Cricket Club. Well, without wasting further time, let's jump straight to the action.
Sajid Iqbal to face the first ball. And straight away gets off the mark.
Well, he's a class act. When he gets going, he's such a pleasure to watch. And he's bowled him! That's a magnificent delivery from Wasim Abbas. Well, that is what you call bowling wicket to wicket. And the moment you get an inside edge, Babul Wasil strike and they strike early.
Well, clearly you can see the front foot going nowhere. It just got caught into the crease. And in the end, that's not the best of sights for the youngster. That's flicked away and flicked away a lot of glory. And that's going to be the first boundary.
Well, this has been flat batted. Over mid-off. Has that gone all the way? Yes, it has. That's the first 6 of the innings of the bat of the Serve Hub Cricket Club batters.
This is slightly upish, but past the fielder. Gets a boundary. He's looking pretty confident now, Sajid Iqbal. Alongside deep fine.
Oh, that's a brilliant hit. Well, when you've got a strong offside field, it certainly is a crime to bowl one on the leg side, and to add salt to the wounds, I'll tell you, that's been given a no ball as well. Oh, he smashed this. Middle of the bat. Over mid wicket. Once again, no fielders there in the deep on the leg side. Batting extremely well. 50 comes up for the Serve Hub. Slower ball. And it's hit away to the boundary for 4. Full toss this time, so Aminullah slightly losing the plot at this stage. Pressing the accelerator here now are the Serve Hub batters. Well, is that the 4th boundary? It is the 4th boundary of the over. Sajid Iqbal taking Aminullah to the cleaners. And he's doing it in style. Very nearly getting caught. Oh, that's been hit. That's been clobbered over mid-wicket by Sajid Iqbal. He's pressing the accelerator here. Sajid Iqbal on 49. Knocks it around as easy as it seems. Another half century for this stylish right-handed batter. 50 of 42 balls for Sajid Iqbal. Watchfully, after the fall of the early wicket, he's taken full control of the game. And this time it's Sadrifai. He joins the party. And he's gone all the way for a maximum. It's beginning to look quite threatening here now. Well, that's nicely hit again. Swept beautifully behind square.
This is worked away, picked away nicely. Gets a boundary to his name.
Magnificent half century. Well, that's nice. He played it into the gap. The ball will win the race. He gets to that half century mark in style. What a classy innings this has been from Sadrifai. He came under a bit of pressure when he came out to bat. Not trying to hit the ball too hard once again. Well, this is a lapse of concentration. Fielder coming under. And the catch has been taken. So just as he got to a 50, he loses his concentration in the process. Tries to go over mid-wicket. All he manages to do is get a top edge. And the fielder at covers makes no mistake whatsoever.
Now this is high up in the air. And how far has this gone? It's gone far enough. I think that's a maximum. UAE development 11 now. This has been heaved away and has found the gap. So Mujahid Amin is not getting it right. That's Sajid Iqbal. He can now celebrate and raise his bat with a lot of pride. What a phenomenal and a magnificent innings by this very talented champion batter. Tremendous hitting. Was absolutely spot on with his batting abilities. And a well-deserved 100 by Sajid Iqbal. There was no looking back. Hits it hard, smashes it towards the cow corner. Gets a boundary. Sajid Iqbal, 104 in just 89 deliveries. He's putting a lot of pressure on the bowlers. High in the air. Chance. No, in fact, it's gone all the way. Let me play my shots freely. Goes again in the air. And same result. One bounce into the fence. Can he get to his 150? But the way he's batting, surely he can. It's gone for another boundary. He's taking on the premier left-arm spinner Mujahid Amin. Makes him a very special rare talent. Oh, he's gotten away, or has he? That is such an unfortunate way to get out. Mujahid Amin has picked up the most important wicket on not the best of deliveries and an easy catch. Makes no mistake, and Mujahid Amin, no real celebration.
For a big one, unfortunately just getting caught. Well, that's slightly uppish, but he's managed to get it over the fielder's head. And this outfield is lightning quick. So Mujahid Amin to his 6th over now. Comes down the track. Ankush, that's a glorious hit. That's got a long, long way and it's into the stands. Well, nicely hit. Very good shot there. One bounce over the boundary ropes. Oh, he's gone down the ground. Has he got it all the way? He's got it all the way. It's into the stands once again. He'd like to get set pretty fast as we get to the end overs. That's a good head. He's nicely placed that in front of square. Over mid-wicket for a boundary. The wicket of Sajid Iqbal, Mohammad Anwar and Ankush Wakode have come back and steadied the ship. Been quite busy, the two batters.
Has been a tough outing now. This is high up in the air. Gone. That's a big wicket. Ankush Wakode, we know what damage and destruction and havoc he could have caused. But excellent delivery, pulling his length ever so slightly. Did Mujahid, and he's picked up another scalp. So that's the second one for him. This is slashed. And that is an absolute blinder of a take. All of a sudden now, Babul Wasal, I believe they're back in this game. It was a short delivery, was there to be hit, but the catching has been immaculate. Makes no mistake, kept his eyes right till the end on the ball and grabs a great catch. Undone him. Hit hard, pulled away with a lot of authority. It's going to be a massive chase. Comes down the track, hits it hard, long, in the air, and it's gone onto the roofs. So if ever so they can get rid of that man on strike, this is where they will have a chance, and this is not the best of efforts. Should have been stopped. So yet again the over. Hurried on to the batter. Oh, he wants a single now. Is this a chance? Direct hit is required. Does well.
310, 320 mark. Oh, that's a glorious shot. What a stroke that was from Mohammad Anwar. But this time it does not matter because Vimal Nath plays a glorious inside-out over covers for a boundary. First one for him tonight.
I'll try to go for a big shot. That's an inside edge. Very unlucky for Wasim Abbas. But serve hub, they're going to take it from both hands. 35 deliveries, pretty much possible if they keep on batting this way. Vimal Nath has decided it's high time I join the party.
Keeping in mind he's bowling the 46th over. Not easy as a spinner. But on that occasion, he's launched onto this. And that's gone onto the roof of the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. I've just loved what I've seen as far as Vimal Nath is concerned. He's been very compact. Look at that for a stroke. Nicely flicked off the pads. Easy pickings. Another boundary for the taking, and now he's into the 40s. Hit hard down the ground. And he gets a boundary. Once again, that was grilled off the middle of the bat. The field at mid-off had no chance. Viewers, they'd have thought you were a 20-year-old by listening to your voice, my friend. A single to end the over, 49 done, 362 for 5, as Vimal Nath gets to a magnificent half-century. It's been a tremendous knock.
Especially in such a crucial encounter.
What a stroke. Stand and deliver from Vimal Nath.
It's already 370 on the board.
Well, that's going to be a wide, and in fact, that is very sloppy. It's gone for 4 extras. That's 5 additional runs added to the tally. So, 375 on the board. Last ball here. What can Anwar do? He's flicked it off down the throat of the fielder at fine leg. So, Aminullah picks up a wicket of the last ball of the innings, and it's Mohammad Anwar who departs. And it's a very, very good over, a very good final over.
Yeah, he has picked up his wicket, but I think he's already done a lot of damage. He's put a dent to their bowling, and that is a massive score they've put up. 375. Sherry Malik charging in for the first time in this innings. And straight away, right on the money. Oh, close. That hit would have been very interesting. Short delivery and pulled away. That has come right up the middle of this bat. And he gets his runs in a form for boundary.
Watch out for that in deeper.
Oh, heaved away. It's in the air. Oh, could have been an absolute blinder for catch. Bowling in those right areas, charging in Sherry Malik. Flicked away beautifully towards deep square leg. No protection there. Gets a boundary.
Plenty of time in hand.
Short delivery. It's been pulled away. And he's got a lot of bat on this one. That is out of the park. It's a monstrous hit. Once again, makes room, and he has shattered the stumps. He's knocked him over. And that is a big moment in the game. Naseemullah strikes.
Some quality bowling being rewarded in the form of a big wicket of Abdul Khalik, who has to walk back to the dugout of this magnificent tournament that will go well towards mid of May. And what a nice, beautiful way to get off the mark for Mohammad Rizwan. Oh, he's hit that hard. He's hit that handsome. One boundary into the boundary ropes. Well, that's been hit hard. And he's got all of it. Oh, that was a sloppy piece of effort. That should have been a dot ball. They need to do the same here. Good looking shot. Controlled along the carpet. And he's found the gap in the process. That's a terrific shot there by Mohammad Rizwan. You need a similar partnership now here. Oh, that's been crashed and crashed hard through the point region. Last ball of the 9th over. That's been crashed through the covers. A bit of room outside the off stump. Yusuf Afridi was ready for it.
So a lot of work needs to be done. This is hammered towards the cow corner. Gets a boundary. Swept away. And swept away fine. Does the ball have enough legs? Yes, just spoiling the over. Just have faith in themselves and think right, you know. It's a good wicket to bat on. We've got depth in our batting. That's been punched away beautifully. Just playing along the carpet, focusing more on the singles and doubles rather than playing the big shots. Oh, that's been cut away beautifully. It's going to be a long chase and the ball wins the race.
107 for 1, in fact, last ball of the over. Well, he's nicely hit this. And it's gone for a boundary. So runs are coming thick and fast here. Serve hub. Required run rate climbing as we speak. Well, this is an outside edge. A top edge, in fact. And an easy catch to the fielder at point. Mohammad Rizwan, a lapse in concentration. Trying to go against the spin of the left armour. Only to get a leading edge, and the fielder at point makes absolutely no mistake whatsoever. Mohammad Rizwan was batting beautifully. Unfortunately, cuts his inning shot. Easy as it seems. Well, that's hit hard. That's hit nicely into the gap. Yusuf Afridi is a set batter. And he's extremely strong on anything on the legs. Required run rate climbing. Well, that's a big one. He's launched this and that's gone all the way into the stands. Into the innings. Last ball of the over. Nicely hit. It's nicely swept behind square. Fielder in the deep is not able to cut it.
Creeping almost 9 runs per over, even though they've batted so well. That's what happens when you're chasing a mammoth target. Now this is going to be close. Oh, direct hit. And umpire has sent this upstairs. And let me tell you that direct hits are always very interesting. Good pickup and good release, a quick release. And oh, he's a goner. He's gone. This is a big moment in the game. Not the best ways to get out when you are on song with batting so beautifully. And there was a bit of a stutter between them, but what have you done? This is not good news if you're a Babel Wasal fan, because that man was really making a difference. I think you need somebody like Sardar Arsalan to just come in and go all guns blazing. Bowled him! What an absolute rib snorter of a delivery. Naseem Ullah, the moment he's been brought back into the attack, he's hit the timber right on the top of the off stump and gets his second wicket. So an excellent decision by the captain to bring Naseem Ullah. And that was a perfect delivery, and I think it was a bit too much for Sardar to handle. Oh, close, wrapped on the pads and given. That's bang on target, full and straight. And I think that was an easy decision. Plumb in front. Naseem Ullah, too hot to handle. Bullseye, that's gone. It's pitched on the leg stump and crashing on towards the middle stump. Well, how do you play those? Booming in swinger, and unlucky for Naseem Ullah, it's gone for 4-leg buys. Oh, he's hit this hard. And in the gap, gets his first boundary.
With that mammoth score being set. Nicely hit. Inside out. Over covers. And one bounce. Two bounce. A few bouncers. Does not matter. Spin has been introduced. And straight away he's smashed this. One bounce into the boundary ropes over mid-wicket. Shot again. Backed, punched nicely into the gap. The second boundary of the over. Once again, it's hit into the gap. Third boundary of the over. Ibrahim Malik have got a good partnership going. But as we speak, chance and the catch has been taken. Sherry Malik picks up a wicket. Talk about the commentator's curse just as I was praising this partnership. Ibrahim decides to play a rash shot on that occasion. Once again, a nothing shot. A top edge. And Sherry Malik does the rest. So first wicket for him tonight.
Good to see that Wasal Nadi's been reintroduced into the attack. Bowled a pretty decent first spell, and look at what he's done. I was just praising this boy, and this is what he's capable of. He's produced another wicket to his tally in the very first ball, the moment he's been introduced. Lovely flighted delivery, and he's found the fielder to perfection. So, yeah. Oh, very close. It could have chopped back onto the stumps on an off day. But lucky escape for Wasim Abbas. But hats off to the bowlers of Serve Hub. They've bowled exceptionally well. That's a thick outside edge. And it's a brilliant catch. So some disciplined bowling has finally gotten Sherry Malik another wicket to his name. They're falling like nail pins now. Yeah, trying to create some room. Cleared his front leg, and look at that acrobatic take behind the stumps. Wow. And there comes his famous celebration. It was the other one. Oh, comes down the track and crashes it towards the extra cover. That's much more like it. Maybe record your footage and tell your friends that this is what I can do. It's a monstrous hit. And that's what I was mentioning. Why wasn't this man sent up the order? Because this is what he can do. His teammates. Goes high once again. This time he's unlucky. A thick outside edge and a short and entertaining stay comes to the end. Very clever bowling. He saw that he was trying to make some room, and this is where he fired it towards the offside.
Well, nicely played. It's hit into the gap. And he will get a boundary. A very good shot there by Aminullah. Just instill the pressure. Oh, that's in the air. And that's the game done and dusted. Victory for the men in blue. Serve Hub have comprehensively and convincingly won this 17th game of the 50th edition of the Bukhatir League. So this is the match summary. The Serve Hub Cricket Club winning the toss, posting a mammoth 375 for 6 in their 50 overs. And it was all thanks to that man, Sajid Iqbal, with a magnificent century, 120 of 96 balls. And the captain coming to the party today, Muhammad Anwar, 81 of 61, along with Vimal Nath with a tremendous 57 of 32. And in response, Babal Wasal folding up for just 262 in 40 overs, losing by 113 runs with Mohammad Rizwan, Yusuf Afridi, the only batters to get half centuries, and that was not sufficient. Naseemullah with a brilliant spell of 3 for 43, and Sherry Malik and Shabir picking up 2 wickets apiece.